one PS.
Hello, hello, my friends. How are we doing today? I have so much mail today. It's unreal. So I am excited to start opening it because I've been saving it for like 2 or 3 days now. I'm gonna have to be careful with my address, but that's okay. Yeah, let's get started. Hello. Hi. Hi everybody. I think that my vertical stream is going to be abrupt. I've been trying to figure out how to get my little Ellie animation, but still working on it. We'll get there eventually. But yeah, I have so much mail to open today. I'm going to turn the music down a little bit. You guys let me know if it's too loud still. I know that I am not the loudest speaker, so let's get started. And let's just start cracking open mail. I have to be a little careful because I think some of these are different address that I'm used to, which I don't necessarily want on stream. Okay, we can be extra careful. Let's see, we have so much to go. All right, first card today is an Arcanine Supreme Victors 5147 by Nishida. Nishida's one of my favorite early artists, and you're gonna see a lot of these today. I actually bought like a bunch of them because I think this card is very, very undervalued. It's super cute, but also like cool because it's Arcanine, and I think Nishida is just like an undervalued artist. Like I think that people need to collect them more, and so we'll see how this does. But I have one that I just sent off for grading, and I was looking up the price of it, and I was like, man, this is so cheap for what it is. It's like a few bucks. So I just decided to buy a bunch of them for my Arcanine binder. I'm hoping it does well. I think it will. I think a lot of this mid-era stuff was severely underprinted, and so we're gonna see a lot of it go up over. But let's see. Sorry, one sec. Gotta hide my address. This is something else that I'm getting a lot of. Just saw what this is on the packing slip. I will say I'm a little conflicted on these guys. They just don't feel that like rigid to me, you know, like compared to a top loader, which I feel like has a lot more, you know, strength to it. This just feels a little more, I don't know. But, you know, I can't say that I've had any problems with them thus far. They aren't really waterproof, which is why I technically prefer a team bag. But yeah, they're okay. So this is the other thing that I've been picking up a bunch of recently, is these Mega Charizard EXs. And I know that this is like a very printed card, but I don't know, these are like $3 to $4, and you know, modern EXs are textured. They have that really premium gold text. they have like I don't know what the right word would be. It almost feels like a tampered metal kind of look on the front of the card, and then they have that beautiful kind of like crystalline edge. So there's so much going for these modern EXs. I just think that they're gorgeous cards. So they are one of my current pickups, something that I'm really trying to get a bunch of. Guys, into fresh. Ooh, I got 3 of them. Perfect. And especially Japanese cards, they just have such a lovely modern quality to them that English doesn't necessarily. That's not to say I'm not buying English. I'm definitely buying both. But yeah, those are also going into my long-term storage collection, which is something I have been really pursuing lately. Is this address. I just don't want to show the customer's address necessarily. I've really been thinking about what cards can go in long-term storage for like 10 years down the line. You know, what's stuff that I want to be able to pull. Ooh, not great packing. I get the impression that this is a person that is not, probably a private buy I made, but not great packing. Literally just in penny sleeve inside an envelope. And they are, ooh, yeah, that has a pretty big crease. I don't know if you guys can see. I don't know when or where I picked this up. Might be Whatnot. Yeah, this is probably Whatnot. I did get this lovely Yamper though. This is for a friend of mine, so that is a gift. But yeah, man, that Togekiss is played. I'll probably end up giving that away at a show or something. I'm a big fan of these XY era kind of like half full art cards. I think they're really, well, they're getting a lot less undervalued, that's for sure, especially like the Gyarados and stuff like that. But I think they're really cool. Some of them are kind of like the, what's the word? They're kind of like the 3D generic art, but they do a lot with the background and the effects and stuff. So I'm personally a fan, but we'll see. I don't know if that's going to be a long-term hold, especially in that condition is the thing, you know. This one. Oh. Anyway, that packaging was not good. That is not what we are after. A little worried about this one too. Yeah, this is just not really acceptable, guys. Really not good. Which is just, are they, yeah, they're sleeved and in a team bag, but this is just not how you need to ship these. I don't even know where I got this. I mean, this is definitely cool. I'll probably hold on to this, but I do not remember buying Larry's Kamala. I will say, in my experience, the bad shipments I've been getting are typically from Whatnot. They just seem to have a lot less care for preserving my cards in the way. So, a little unhappy with that, but at least these cards aren't really that big a deal. But that's no excuse. You should never be fleeting with your customers. And maybe I'm a little too careful because I deal with graded cards all. But you got to do right by your customers. That's kind of committing to a standard, you know? This is definitely from Whatnot. This, it looks like they bought it from a shop for $1. That's really fun. This is a gift for a friend though, so I probably got it on Whatnot for $1. But luckily with the top loader, I don't feel as bad kind of plucking at it with my finger, but I hate when they tape the top of like a sleeve to somehow get through it. Oh wait. Okay, it is in the sleeve. This is a gift for a friend as well. A very amusing gift that I think they will enjoy. So They might have it already. I actually don't know. I know that they're in they collect that particular Pokemon, which is very funny to me because I don't know many people that collect Probopass. One. This one is taped in, which I'm also really not a fan of. I don't really feel like the taping does anything. I think it just makes it harder to open, really. But hey, this is a card that I've been wanting to get for a while. If you guys know, I'm a Ho-Oh collector, so this is my passion. But this is probably a binder card. Very off-center, unfortunately. I think this might actually be from a break I did on Whatnot. So I don't think I bought this. I feel like I don't typically go for, you know, off-center cards, especially for Ho-Ohs, which I tend to grade. Beautiful card though, so not unhappy to get that from a break. That'll probably get sold for a PSA 10 version. Little fund for the PSA 10 version of it. Let's see. This feels like another... Oh, this is another Arcanine. That is actually acceptable. Because this is so small that when you pull on this, it breaks. That is perfect. You know, I still don't know if I'd say it's the best to tape them, but I won't complain if it's that easy to get out. Some of the things people tape these top loaders down with are just way too much. They're too hard to get through. That looks sufficiently near mint. I only bought near mint copies of this, so that's good. And of course, always recycle your top loaders if you can, if they are usable, if they have no like you know, wear or anything on them. There's another one from eBay. I'm gonna guess this is more Arcanines. Ooh. Oh, okay. See, and this is why I'm not really a fan of taping them inside here. Well, I mean, if you're not going to use a team bag, I guess it keeps them still, but you should just be using team bag. Yeah, this is just a mess to deal with. Oh, don't tape it on there too. See, this is just, this is too much, man. I don't want any of this shit. Like, you're doing way too much. Now I have to bend the freaking cards to get them, like, this is just a nightmare. They gave me some bonus cards, which is always nice, but just all you need is a sleeve, a top loader, and a team bag. Put in an envelope, you're good. Nothing else. It's near mint at least, so thank goodness. But yeah, whatever this is with all the tape and all the, yeah, just don't do that. Just spend the 5 cents to get a team bag. These are nice. I'm never gonna be upset about little bonuses like. And you know, he wrote his name on here, so he gets a shout out. It was very smart of him. Even though I'm complaining about the shipping. These are nice little add-ins, I will say. Because these are cards that I will put in my long term. Reverse Pikachu, Ho-Oh Hollow. I mean, this is just stuff that's gonna go in my long-term box. You know, this is the sort of stuff you guys should be putting away for a long time. This Pikachu is actually, who is that? Kind of looks like Naoki Saito's style to me, so I'm a fan of that. All right, I don't even think we're halfway done. I won't show their address, but they gave me some hearts, which is cute. Oh, a Hallmark. That feels like overly fancy for what this is. There's a lot of tape, so we're gonna get a knife. Hey, Frosty. Good to see you, man. I won't say what it is on stream because I don't want to dox anything, but congratulations. I saw on Facebook a thing which seems really cool, so I was very happy for you. It was like 3 a.m. and I didn't comment. I just thought to myself, oh, that's very nice. But thank you for the sub, my man. I owe somebody else a sub, thank you. Who was it? One sec. Oh, I feel so dumb, dude. My multi-chat doesn't show actual chat, so Frosty, I didn't see your message. Poo-poo shipping mail day is fun to watch you struggle. Yeah, dude. That was half the fun battle from back in the day. There we go. There's your message. Congratulations, my man. I owe somebody a thank you from last. Who was it? Elmer. That's right. Elmer, thank you so much, man. I really appreciate the Prime. Deserves it. If he's back in here, I'm gonna thank him. Oh, I can imagine. Is this a card order? I mean, it certainly feels thick enough to be a card order, but this is like an actual card. Look at that. That's so sweet. Wow. Oh my god, you know who this is? That was so fast. No wonder. Okay, I usually don't do this technique, but these are my cards, so. Oh, that's right. Okay. So I did a trade for one of the binders that Elise painted. And this is her portion of the trade. So she did most of it in cash and then the rest of it in trade. And these are the cards that I got. So I picked out this Yukimori Skitty. I did not realize how brilliant the holo was on this card. This is from the McDonald's collection. So I don't think this card is typically this holographic. I think it's just a non-holo common in the set that it's from. A little more played than I prefer, but it's a cute card. So I have no issue putting a really cute card in my Yukimori collection. Not one that I'd get signed, but you know. Ooh, this one's like bent. Ooh, there's a big crease, yeah. Okay, a bit more played than I expect, but it's okay. It's trade for a binder, so it's not a big deal. Very cool. And then these lovely friends. Minen. And this Plusle. No, I have not seen Riftbound cards. I'm not a huge fan of League of Legends. You know, I played when I was in like school, but I kind of quit because it made me a bad person. I've seen like a couple. They seem cool from what I've seen. Like just a couple of the full arts or something like that. Anyway, these are going to be great binder cards for shows. And they are damaged, but you know, that's okay. Like even damaged cards need to find homes. I think that all of these cards are capable of finding a good home. So that's good. I did not expect her cards to arrive that quickly though, so I'm pleasantly surprised. And it was very nice of her to use an actual letter. I almost never get actual like letters and in opening packages like this. What about playing it is what you like, Frosty? Ooh, what is this? I'm like 99% sure this is a Whatnots purchase. Yeah, I think it is. Usually the numbers are a giveaway. Yeah, binder homes for sure on this. You know, it's really interesting to me how many people use perfect fit. Are perfect fits just not as expensive anymore? Because when I was younger, perfect fits were usually like a little more expensive because they were used explicitly for double sleeving decks. So you usually wouldn't buy perfect fits to sell cards or ship cards in. They're also not ideal for shipping cards because when you put a card in a penny sleeve like I'm doing here, there's room on each side, so if the card gets hit, it moves up. if it moves left, you know, it moves in the sleeve a little bit. But in a perfect fit, there is no room. So you see I'm kind of bottoming out. I'm not damaging the card, but I'm bottoming out how much pressure is there. And it takes a lot more pressure to actually move it out of the card. Like the sleeve is getting messed up. And then on each side, there is basically no room. So if your card gets hit or dinged or something, you're fucked. Yo, Connor, what's up, man? How you doing, bud? I know, right? It's a throwback day. It's so cool, actually, like seeing you guys in chat, because I see your sword and your 1-year subscriber badges and your crown and all that. It's like a bunch of like veteran soldiers coming back to hang out, you know. It's sick. But yeah, this is probably a Whatnot stream. I've been doing a lot more Whatnot recently because I'm nailing the values, man. I know what to buy and I know what to get it at what price. So this is an eBay order. I think I'm just gonna go straight through. Or not. There we go. Bro, that sounds so much like that sounds so much like Metazoo. Are there like lanes in it too? This is nicely packaged. Wonder where this is from. Feels like very Japanese packaging. I typically really enjoy how Japanese orders are shipped. Oh, interesting. What is a battlefield then? Are they like specific cards? Oh no, one sec, guys. I just realized my top down on TikTok wasn't showing anything. That's such a shame. Ah, there she is. I guess those Canadians got the shipping down too. So I did not purchase a GameStop Ho-Oh yet. I think they're down in price. Actually, I think they're down to like 85 a card. I'm gonna wait a little bit longer. I think the market's gonna effuse and I'll be able to get one eventually. But I did pick up a Canadian EB Games Ho-Oh because I was not sure how easy those would be to come by. So I got mine. It's a bit off center, top bottom. I don't know if it's probably a 9 in that regard. I'd have to check. Love be like that. Indeed, Landon. Good to see you, bud. Interesting. That's cool though. I'm glad that people are experimenting more with like point style games. I've been playing Metazoo a lot recently. New Metazoo, of course, and I really like that style. But Magic will always be number one of mine. I really like Magic. It's hard to compete. Ah, man, I'm a little frustrated. I'm probably gonna have to buy one of these as a 10 separately, but it's good to have it sealed, you know? So that's fine. If you guys don't know, if you're in one of the other chats that I don't stream on, I'm a Ho-Oh collector, and I only collect PSA 10 Ho-Oh. So I really try to find gradable copies. Wow, that was unbelievably easy to do. This is from eBay. I'm gonna guess it's a Arcanine. Ah, I was right. Very cool. This looks like a Chaos Sort sticker to me. I think I will just... Interesting that they put the label there. Landon, I'm so glad you're back just saying cryptic shit every once in a while. You know, I haven't had that in my life in like quite a while, so it's just familiar to have you here doing that. Thank you. Because I don't know what that means, but it's like comforting in like a inexplicable way. This is like the banana argument by opening this the complete wrong way. Oh, what is this? This must be a whatnot order. I don't remember buying this. Dude, so many whatnot streamers shipping perfect fits. It's so crazy to me. Not ideal for sure. That is Professor Oak's daughter, right? I didn't know they made a card for her. That's crazy. It's cool though. God, how did I pull that lore out of my head? Is she from like the anime? Or is she from Fire Red Leaf Green? I genuinely cannot remember. Okay. See what this is. Ooh, I do like that. Is your commander like on the field? This is for Riftbound. I don't remember, but yeah, absolutely. At this point, most of the things I get, I don't remember buying from Whatnot. What is this? I don't know. It just says Arcashine. Usually, if it's from Whatnot, it says my name and then Arcashine. But if it's oh, I know who this is from. Whoa, this got here so quickly, man. That's sick. This is from Johto Giraffe. Yeah, I just did a deal with him on Twitter. Ooh, I really like these bags. Shout out to Johto Giraffe for using these bags because these are perfect for shipping cards. Massive respect. I'm gonna save that and reuse it to ship again. Daisy's Blue's. Hey, you're trying to get me. Yes, she's Blue's sister. Yes, very true. This is a cool business card. Oh, both sides. That's clean as hell, man. And the little stamp is the username and stuff. That's sick. It's almost as good as my business card. Anyway, I made a deal with him for a bunch. This is a Japanese Salamence promo for a bunch of mega Pokemon. So all of these are going into my personal collection. Dude, that is sick. It's like a reverse mega. That's so cool. A bunch of these. And then this beautiful full art Gallade. So I'm very pleased with this purchase. Very, very cool. All right. I'm glad it got here so fast. I feel like we just finished that deal yesterday. So that's really good to see. This is from eBay. This is a bigger bag though. I wonder if this is a graded card. I think it might be. Remember most of these were what? Dude, I don't even want to think about those times. Imagine if we just never sold our cards. We'd all be millionaires. Isn't that wild to think? Not the biggest fan of the cardboard where I have to cut it, but I've gotten sufficiently good at it. If you can, I really like to cut against the bottom part in between the cardboard and then it still comes apart. That's ideal because then there's no risk. Ooh, I think this was an eBay purchase I made. Yeah, I got these two at a really, really good price, which is exciting because I just got this card in a PSA 10, and so I needed this in a raw form for the binder. So this is going to be my binder card, and then this is just a resale card. Hopefully this covers a little bit of the cost. I know all y'all are going to be like, dirty scalper, he's a scalper. Well, yeah, guys, I got to fund my hobby somehow. And sometimes I find good deals on cards and I sell them to make money. This art is so sick, though. I wish I liked Deoxys enough to keep it, because this art just blows my mind. Like, God. I love the, like, four-sided star sparklies. Those are my favorite type of sparkle. They kind of remind me of Evangelion, actually. But this card is just so sick. I might have to just keep this, actually. I really love the art. Oh, man. This is the problem with collecting Pokemon, is you start to love stuff way too much. Oh, really? That's the best, dude. That's the best thing to find. Oh, this box is from PSA. I think I know what this is. You can tell by the type of tape that they use. I think this is a Power Packs return. Okay, wait. Where's the third opening? It's right here, right? Yeah. Or wait, no, this is an authentication. Yeah, because it says eBay. That's right. What did I buy that was that expensive? Oh, I forgot I bought this. Congratulations. Nice. Sick, dude. I completely forgot that I bought this. I got a really good deal on this one. This is going to fund another Mega Charizard purchase. So I got a really good deal on this one. I think I got it for like 25% off, maybe 20%. So I'm going to ideally sell this at a show and then buy a clean raw copy to go in my binder. So we'll see. I might have one already. I have so many mega cards for the binder and I just haven't gone through it yet. So we'll see what happens. Look at this, guys. This is such a cool card. God, Mega Charizard is so cool. All right, we got to keep rolling. I have a ton of stuff still to get through. Interesting. This one says Arcashine, Arcashine. What has my username twice? There we go. Kind of annoys me when the tape goes under these. Like, there we go. So wait, what did you, Frosty? What did you find? Oh, this is a slab. This is such a small box for a slab. Oh yeah, this is from. Where's this from? Did I buy this on Instagram? I think I got this on Instagram. I really, really like Yu Aribi, the artist for this, and I just love how dynamic this art is. It's a Korokoro promo too. I believe there's a Pikachu that is like the sister card to this one, which I really, really enjoy. So yeah, I'm really glad I picked this up. This is probably going to be a personal card. Is this off center? Like very slightly off center. I think it's top heavy by like a tiny bit. Pretty thin bottom board. Still a very clean copy. I love this card. I love the art. I think that was Instagram. The 100 deck boxes? I don't know if I know that one. Refresh my memory, Frosty. Yeah, dude, One Piece had like a meteoric rise. Also, if you guys are like curious, I'm talking to people on Twitch. If you're on like Twitter or TikTok, so. Another taped. Guys, stop taping these, please. Oh, that's a cute little sticker. I like that. What do we get? More Arcanines. Nice. So that was an eBay purchase. We're going to go ahead and get these back into penny sleeves. Perfect. We are almost done with our small packages. Oh, interesting. Got it. Oh. I think this was like an eBay auction that I won. Also, I don't know if you guys, how loud it is, but the background music, this lo-fi remix I'm using, I really, really like it. I'm a little disappointed because I think they used AI for the thumbnail, but I believe all of it is actually produced by a person. I'll link it in chat if you guys want to use it in a Twitch or YouTube. Yeah, Twitch chat. It's a really, really lovely Bic. There's a lot of piano in it and a lot of kind of like jazz influence, like little runs and stuff. Okay, this is going straight into the Mega Binder. If you do use something to tape a top loader, use painter's tape like this. It needs to be really easy to get off, like painter's tape is. Don't use Scotch tape, and for the love of God, do not use packing tape. Packing tape is the absolute worst thing you can use. Stuff like that. Leave it to be safe. All right. I'm really pleased with how the Mega Binder is going to look. I think I have a lot of good cards for it. All right, we got this hefty package. Goodness. I don't know if I know. This is from Canada. I don't know if I know what this is. Let's see. Card Dynasty. Oh, I think this is a slab. Nope, it's just a bunch of singles. Maybe a bigger purchase. You know, no top load or anything, but I will say if you're going to do it, that's the way to do it. Lots of bubble wrap. I think they had like 4 hard sheets of cardboard. That's acceptable. Oh, I see. This is a shop in Canada and I bought their stock of Charizards. Yep. Perfect. Do a quick count. Perfect, 14. And then they ran out of these. Actually, I bought all of their stocks, so they gave me this one instead, which is great. So between these, I should definitely have every new Mega Charizard, except for like all the fancy expensive ones. All right, let's see. I don't know. Oh. This must be a Twitter purchase, I think. Or eBay, I'm not sure. Very cool though. I needed both of these. Again, perfect amount of tape if you're gonna use it. I still don't prefer you use it, but that's exactly what I want to see. Nice. Mega Lopunny and Jigglypuff. We need that for our binder. That is going straight in the binder pile. Oh, there are 2 cards in here? Oh, there's something on the other side. We got a Mega Gallade. Oh, and this Esper. I really wanted this Esper. That's so cute, man. So the Esper is actually also for my Mega binder, because my Mega binder is really like a love letter to XY. And so it also has Esper, Talonflame, Goodra, like a bunch of those evolution lines in it. Look at him. That's so cute. Get this lovely Mega Gallade sleeved. Man, cardstock was thick back then, because they printed this on top like a sticker. You guys see that TikTok of that guy that, like, he thought that an old school like XY card was a sticker, and he ripped it in half? Oh, made me so angry. He was acting all smug too. He's like, yep, that's fake, completely fake, and just ripped it. And then you could see the black core, and I was like, oh my, why is that the test that you do first? You do not do a rip test unless you are 100% sure that card is fake. This. Okay, this is eBay. I like the packaging. This is a guy that saw that there was like Christmas bubble mailers on sale and was like, bet this is gonna fund this is gonna save me so much money on supplies. I respect the hell out of it, dude. That's so funny. Goodness. Dang. Oh, look at that face. You're welcome, my man. This is a thick brick of of cardboard. I don't usually see them this thick. I'm just... What did I buy? Oh, I see. I forgot that I got this. Let's see. The near mint. Welcome. I'm having doubts. It is definitely not near mint. Ooh, it's actually really bad. There's like debris right there. There's like severe touch. You can see the silver on his face. Oh, there's an indent at the bottom. The whole card is like kind of creased. Oh, there's so much dirt. Yeah, this card is fucked up, man. This is not near mint whatsoever. This might be I hate to say it, but this might be a situation where I have to contact the buyer. I don't know what the purchase was. If it was actually, I mean, it says near mint on here, so we'll see. I might have to reach out to the buyer because this is very, very messed up for what quality it's. That's a shame. Oh, let me save the bubble mailer. And, you know, I try to be as cautious as I can. Obviously, I'm looking at all the pictures and stuff, but the reality is that people really try to misrepresent what cards are these days. The amount of listings on eBay that are just wrong, that are not near mint, that say a card is, and you know, you're protected technically, so like I can get a refund or return this or whatever. I probably won't. I'll probably just do a partial if it comes down to that. But yeah, it is becoming a little crazy to buy on eBay. especially with some of the orders that I've seen where there's so many fake sellers now that have like zero feedback, and they're just selling like grails at like maybe 25% off, and guarantee there are people that are buying them. It's really a shame to see. I don't know if I want to show this ad. I don't know what this. The box is a little crushed, but I'm hoping that because it feels like there's not a lot in this portion of the box. Okay, I think it's protected. Oh, it's a slab. Oh, I remember buying this. I think I got a solid deal on this slab. Perfect. We got a PSA 9. Man, that's a hefty slab. Got a PSA 9 Fossil Moltres Hollow. Japanese. That lovely, lovely Cosmos. There's swirl. You guys see a swirl? I don't see a swirl. That's okay though. I got this for a pretty good deal, so I'm pleased with my purchase here. This will probably be a flip for me personally. Gotta fund those megas somehow. All right, this is a hefty boy. I'm not sure what this is. It doesn't say eBay. Is this a grading order? Might be a grading order. Or no, this must be a whatnot. I'm like 99% sure this is a whatnot order. We're gonna double check for surface. This is nice. Okay, I will say, guys, flawlessly packaged. This is how you package an order. This is exactly what I want to see. A box with a bit of padding inside, team bags. The cards are coming out, just bang them a little bit. And then top loaders. And you don't even need to use all these top loaders. You can also use one top loader and then put all the cards in between. But this is perfect. So this is clearly a whatnot order that I went crazy on. This is probably all dollar purchases. Very nice. Another one. And I needed a bunch of stuff because I am trying to go to more card shows. What's your take on PSA stopping lower tier services again? Oh, Piplup. I wanted that one. I forgot that I got that. Let's go, dude. Let's see. What is my take? I mean, let's be real, Frosty. They have a 10 million card backlog. And from when we were submitting in 2020, 2021, they're doing almost 20 times more cards. What business do you know that has doubled their scalability in 5 years, like 5 times in a row? So they'd have to double from, what were they doing? They were doing like 100,000 cards a month back then, and now they're doing 100,000 a day or something. So it's like a situation where they're 10xing everything they're doing. Yeah, for sure. But it's just like, I think people underestimate how scaling works in a business like that, especially when if you overscale, you increase your costs so dramatically, it's hard to just fire everybody that you don't need. Then you're kind of the bad guy. So it's a tough situation. I'm definitely not happy with it, like, but I'm not like angry at PSA if that's what you're at. I'm not sitting here like, oh, how dare. I mean, I'm frustrated because it's a huge part of my business. Like, nobody likes it, but I understand that they have to do what's best for the hobby and their ability to scale. And there's only so much scaling that makes sense business-wise. Dude, look at all the megas we got. Oh my god, we crushed it, man. Got some cool full arts. Oh, I can't wait to put this binder together with you guys. This is going to be so fun to do after I finish opening all the packages. Oh, Delibird. Look at them all. This is definitely inspired by like those penguin documentaries where they're all hanging out on the ice. Chestnut, I need that for my XY stuff at the end. Superior. Oh no, I meant to give that to him. Darn. He wrote it down. I guess he just was getting everything together and missed it. That's a shame. Oh well. I think that that's a guy who I like outbid when he like specifically asked for that card. It was a situation where I was like, oh dude, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to outbid you. Like if you want it. It was like a $3 card, so I just said give it to him. But that's fine. I'll just throw in a binder, and if he reaches out, I'll give it to him. Love this. We have the Blastoise. Miki Tanaka Slowpoke. God. Can you imagine how much trouble this guy would be at home? Ooh, and the Palafin. Is that Chinese? I think that's Chinese, isn't it? I don't think I knew that was Chinese. Yeah, it's got the English back. Got it. But yeah, I'm frustrated that the here we're gonna actually I'm frustrated by it for sure. You know, I have some customers that I really needed them to get cards in and they just didn't get them in time. So I'm hoping that in the future they can scale really quickly and we can get this back on track. They say 4 months to get through 5 million cards. Pretty staggering number of cards, man. But I think that something else the PSA has to be careful about, that they are hyper aware of, is their reputation. And you see there's a dude who bought a Poncho Pikachu PSA 8 for 4,000 or gave it a 7. Really? See, it's that sort of thing that they have to be really careful about. And I think that that's also what makes scaling hard, is everybody wants them to scale immediately and get turnaround times down and prices low again. But it's also like, you know, stories like that, or stories where like, you know, the guy, who was the guy with the one card that like it had a comp at like 40,000 but all the other comps were at 20 and he wanted 40, and it's like they paid him out 20 for the damage card. And then there's like mistakes that happen, and it's like if you're grading 10 million cards, I mean, what would it be a year, like 20-30 million cards a year? You're gonna have mistakes. And so I think that them slowing down and making sure they get it all right is super important, because their reputation is at stake. Like, I think that I have seen more people run with more toxic stuff these days about them that is kind of, I don't want to say unfounded, but is like they're expanding everything into... One sec. Sorry about that. Yeah, so it's a situation where they have to be super careful. Yeah, I don't know what particular graders see on a particular day. I think that, you know, if you look at our experience, Frosty, you know, you were there, you worked with tens of thousands of cards. Like 99.9% of the time, they're on, you know, they're on base. They know what's going on. When we do condition checks, we were accurate, like 99 percentile. So I just think that there's a lot of like misunderstanding going on, and a lot of like taking very tiny examples and making them like the standard for everything. And it's tough too, because like we both know that we're not on the other side of this. You know, we've had cards that were damaged by PSA, or like, God forbid, we've seen a few cards go missing in our time. And it's really a situation where we're always on the customer's side and we expect PSA to do right by them. And they do, I think, most of the time. I think most of the time they do right by customers. But I don't want my defense of them to, or even for it to seem like a defense. I really try to just operate in kind of like the reality of the situation is what's important. That to come across as like not caring about what happens to them, because at the end of the day, that is who we both serve and who deserves, you know, our highest respect. And in my experience working with PSA, and you know, it's weird because like I have these big eras of like working with them in different ways, and a lot of it's in the past. You know, most of the cards that I submitted were in the past. And it's not like there were never issues. There are always issues with submitting that many cards. But I think most of the time, even if it wasn't the most ideal, perfect solution, there were always good solutions that were in place or given, you know? So yeah, exactly. And that's not something, I wouldn't say it pisses me off, but it's like, you guys are putting your ire towards the wrong person. There is a huge unaccountable like system in a lot of these like companies now with like FedEx and stuff, where they steal stuff, and they're basically like you're screwed if you try to get your stuff back. So it's a tough situation. I don't envy the PSA employees having to deal with that, because it's like, it's literally not their fault. They did like everything correct up until the shipment, and then FedEx like loses the package. Dude, I went fucking crazy on this Whatnot show. This is insane. All right, I need to set aside personal binder card. Let's see. Is Piplup? I don't think Piplup is. Mega. That's for a friend. That's for a friend. Who's Mick? Oh, sorry. I almost looked at the VMAX and was like, Mega. No. When it gets to PSN, they open the box. Dude, that is so devastating. That is so rough. That's why you need to be careful. It's honestly, it's why I don't use FedEx. I just don't trust FedEx that much. I trust UPS. I've never had like a unsolvable problem with UPS. I've had some shitty like international shipments where we had to pay extra. But that wasn't UPS. That was just like the government asking for money. I will say we had a really shitty event once that was all because of customs. I think it was customs in Canada. God, dude, I was so pissed. And when you're that angry, you can't be like customer facing that way. You have to be controlled and, you know, professional, and you have to be working the issue as much as possible. But I remember the customer actually posted on a forum. They posted on E4 actually, and they showed us first, but I remember them posting on it, and I was just so angry that customs did what they did. And what they did is how we used to ship packages, and we still do like this way. This is a safe way to ship packages, is you take stacks of 10 graded cards and you wrap them in a piece of bubble wrap and you tape it 3 times. So you fold the edges up like a present, and then you wrap it, you wrap it all the way around and then tape, and then you fold the edges up with like cushioning on the side and tape those 2. And 10 cards is kind of like the max that you do. Sometimes you do 11 or 12 if there are a card or 2 left over. But we packed the whole package like that. And I think some of it was double boxed. And then there was some like on top, but then we taped the hell out of it and shipped it international, because you have to be extra careful shipping international. Customs took every single card out of every box, got rid of all the second boxes, and then took them out of each individual 10 stack of bubble wrap and just put them back in with no padding. They ripped everything up. And so the customer got a box of slabs that was just like sloshing around and was rightfully like, what the fuck is this? And I remember like asking our shipping employees that day, like, guys, like, there's no way this is how it reached the customer on our hand, right? And he's like, no, like, how could it? Like, it's literally not part of our process. There, like, cards do not go into packages raw. There's no way that that even happens, because that's what our job was. Our job is to sit there and wrap cards in bubble wrap for 8 hours a day. And so, God, I was angry. And, you know, luckily we got the cards sent back to us, and I think almost every card was regraded that had, like, if there was any problem with the slab, I was like, send them back to us. We're going to ship them back to PSA, take care of all of it at cost. And I think at the end of the day, only like a few cards got lower grades, and we paid them out for the difference, and it was good. But man, that pissed me off so much. It's just like the amount of disrespect that customs had for these collectibles. And they truly, there's no recourse with them. Like, I don't think that there was anything we could do from the perspective of like working with customs to get a payout, especially because it was international customs. It was like Canadian customs. So man, I don't even say like we do something different now, because there's really not much to do. We just try to double box anything international. Or what we also try to do is we try to provide like resealing opportunity. So if it's like a bubble mailer that will reseal, we'll usually use those for international purchases, because then they're encouraged to put it back in there and refold it and seal it that way. So ideally, less chance of an issue. This was so long ago though, Frosty. This was like goodness, when would this have been? I don't even know if you worked for me at that point. I think it was before that, maybe. But yeah, I don't even want to look for the picture again. That picture like triggered me super hard. This is a gift for a friend. Akira Igawa just kills it, man. Unbelievably beautiful. And then this is for my personal binder. This is going to go in the full art section. So I have a whole section for Alicia, who's a big part of Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire. And, you know, when I played Horus, I didn't do a lot of contests, actually. I did do a lot of contests in original Sapphire when I was like a kid, because they were easy and fun, and I thought they were cool. Okay, I think we only have one more package, guys. Holy crap. Yeah, Frosty, I could not agree more. That is such a big boon of eBay International, and I have literally only had good experiences with them. So I will always ship internationally on eBay because they are so good about handling issues. What is this? This is from a grading. This is from a grading order. This is not a bad way to ship, by the way, guys. You have some extra paper in a box, and you have some baggies. If you don't have shipping materials and you're new to like cards, this is a good option. Good protection. But this seems like it's a... What is this? So I don't know if you guys don't know. These are the pieces of cardboard that PSA uses when cards get rejected, or they like are sent back raw. If like maybe it's damaged and they say you don't want to put it in the slab, or there's just like it's inked or something. If they don't authenticate it, they'll put it in these. So it's very funny to me that they have one of them on the outside and then they use the other one in this. What's this? Dragonite tea. Oh, Is this my eBay purchase? Interesting. So this is a guy on... This is very... Okay, this is very amusing to me. This is not in the top loader. These three are... I was under the impression that this person did not have a lot of experience with cards. I'm very interested in why they have this. Maybe it was given to them or something. Interesting. There are rejects from grading? I'm gonna have to condition check these. All good, Frosty. Thanks for chilling, man. It was really good to talk to you. Hopefully I'll see you again next stream. So I did get like a killer deal on these. I will happily take those. I'm currently having the artists do some little doodles on energies for the shows that we're gonna do. I'm excited to I will definitely take those off your hands. Okay. I eagerly await. Big indent at the top here. Yeah, this one's pretty played. That's like I'd say moderately played. Funny man, what's up, dude? How you doing? What masters are you trying to complete? I'm trying to complete every card that features Mega Evolution in any capacity. This is an okay shape. There's some surface scuffing. It's pretty like okay though. Definitely a solid binder card. One sec, guys. I gotta reorganize my desk really quick. We're gonna move our light a little closer so I can act. Oh, sorry, that is right in view of the camera. Oh no. These are not. These are probably gonna go to my showcase. Ooh, there's like surface damage right there. I don't know what that is. Like some icky stuff. There's a corner indent. Yeah, this one's kind of fucked up. Not ideal. But that's fine. I got this lot for a really good deal, so it's okay. No, we're gonna do that next, Funny. We're gonna do I'm gonna make the binder in front of you guys, so you'll all get to see my my mega binder. Yep, there's a crease. Well, it's more like an indent. There's an indent in the top left here. I don't know if you guys can see that right there. There's also like a cut indent in the bottom right there on the top left on your screen. There's also an indent right here, but it's like a... It's not superficial, but it's like a... Here, if you look top down, you can see the way the card kind of bends is like this. So it's more like a bend indent. Still an indent though. Alright, a little played. A little more played than I expected. But the reality of the situation is that I got such a good deal on these cards, I really... You know, that's just how it goes. Is on eBay you're gambling. So. All right, guys, really good progress. My hands feel icky. Let me get some. I don't have any. That's okay. We will trudge on. All right, let's see what I can do here with the binder. I'm gonna have to make a lot of extras. All right. Look at this, guys. So I just got in my ME1 edition Voltex 12 pocket. This is going to be what we use for my mega collection. Perfect. So this is going to be my master set mega binder. I'm really excited. Let's get this open. This is a big boy. Man, look at that. Little things off. Isn't this cool? So I love this because the edge is Mega Evolution colors. And it has this beautiful yellow highlight right here. All right. Here we go, guys. Yes, I will collect every single Pokemon that has Mega Evolution in any form. So I have a digital binder that I created for this. And so what we're going to do is we're going to go through and put every card that I have in the binder so far. The first page is a secret. I don't have the cards for this quite yet. They're very expensive. So we're going to start with page 2. All right. So what we're actually going to do is we're going to separate modern megas from old school megas. So the first thing we're going to do is grab all of our old school megas. Here is my ETB full of this is my mega stack. A pretty hefty stack of cards, right? Alright, so first we need to go through all of these and pull out all of the old school megas. We'll do the trainers later. Man, we're gonna have such a strong start to this, guys. I'm so excited. And I really want to say I'm super thankful. I've had some friends give me some really positive trades just to make a lot of this binder happen. So I'm really thankful for that. Perfect. Alright, so this is our stack of old school megas. Let's see what we have. I think for Japanese, which is the first page, we actually only have one card. Separate all the Japanese out. these are all English. Have this guy. This is a promo. And this first page is actually all Japanese promos, and it is exclusive to Japan for most of them. That is our first card in. I don't think we have any other cards for the first page. No, we don't. Let's see. Yep, all of this is for later pages. So we'll set this aside for now because I don't see it. But on this first page is all of the XY promos. So let's see what promos we have. Metagross, Blaziken, Mawile. And everything goes in set order. So we're gonna get to go through all the sets. But Metagross goes up here. Mawile goes right here. Blaziken goes right here. Awesome. No, so that's a really important distinction, Funny, that you make, is that I purposely decided that we are not going to do the pre-evolution because usually they don't line up. There's really no like through line for them. So no, there is going to only be Mega Pokemon in this bind. So no EX. Also, none of the EX Pokemon feature any Mega Pokemon in their art because I looked through every cameo in the game and there are no EX features except for like later on. Alright, cool. On this page, it looks like we have Sharpedo. I know we have a couple of those. Just one. We have this Sharpedo right here. And then we have Kangaskhan and Charizards. I think I only have Blastoise. This Blastoise goes. This full art is evolution, so that's much later. Yeah, so that's it for that page. That is the normal EX. Perfect. And then on this side we have Heracross, Lucario, Manectric, and Gengar. Have Manectric, this is the standard, goes right there. We have Mega Aggron on this list. Lucario goes right here. Perfect. Next page, we have Gardevoir. Soaring Skies yet? Let me check. No, this is Primal. That is Primal. You go there. Mega Rayquaza goes here. This Mega Rayquaza goes here. This Gallade goes here. That's all for that page. Perfect. And on this page we have Latias, Ampharos, Sceptile, Rayquaza, and Tyranitar. One sec. Oh wait, I forgot. I paired the Roaring Skies. So actually, this Roaring Skies Gallade goes right here. Because this is all Roaring Skies. Sceptile goes right here. And that's it for that page. That's going to be a... Man, this page is going to take a while to fill out. Alright, next page. Yeah, I don't think we have any of these. Well, no, we might have two. We have Gyarados and Mega Mewtwo. And then we have Scizor. Yes, Scizor goes here. Oh, we have this Mewtwo too. Yes, dude. Okay, I think that's it. Yep, because these are evolutions and this is cosmic. Awesome. I love this page. This page is so cool. So this is where we really start going. We have Mega Lopunny right here. We have Mega Pidgeot right here. Blastoise. Where's our Beedrill? We missed our Beedrill. I was thinking there was a lack of Beedrill. Let's go back and see what I missed. Oh, I see. This may not work out. We may have to do something different because Beedrill, I don't think this is a promo. I think this is part of the set. And we're trying to collect every part of the promos as well. And so there's a Beedrill promo because I think Beedrill was a box that you got. That's okay. We'll figure it out. Perfect. Now we can do our modern promos. The first thing we have to do actually is find the Bulbasaur. Because we have... the IR Bulbasaur. Venusaur's aside as well. I know Camerupt is in the first set. Where is he? I feel like we literally just saw. Am I losing my mind? Okay, I guess we'll come back to it. That's fine. All right. We're gonna have a lot for the page. On this page, we have this guy. Then we don't have the This is such a lovely national park theme version. We don't have the full art. We probably have the Gardevoir. Let's see. I'm pulling Gardevoir, camera up to Abomasnow, Manectric, and Malt. Gardevoir. Manectric. I'm gonna start setting the. Actually, I'm gonna start setting the late cards aside, just so we don't have to go through them multiple times. Oh, there's the Bulbasaur. I knew he was in there somewhere. Okay, good. This is all gonna go last. These are probably all duplicate. Let's do Bulbasaur really quick. You go right here. Then we have a camera up. Electric. That's Ascended Heroes, actually, so I think that's a duplicate. Those are both duplicate. Alright, cool. So I think these are all duplicates that can go in long-term storage. Perfect. So now, grab the second part of this page. So that is Kangaskhan, Latias, and any nicer Mega Gardevoirs. I don't think I have those. Alright, that's it for now. For some reason, I did think we had more, but I guess not. Alright, on to the next page. We have Absol, Lucario, and Lopunny. So Absol goes here. Duplicates. On this side we have Charizards and Sharpedos. Gonna have to go look through a big pile again for the Charizard. Here we go. Here. Guy goes here. This guy goes. Check for duplicates again. Okay, I think we're good. Alright, that's it for that page. Heracross. Let's see. Heracross, Meganium, Audino, Feraligatr, that Gardevoir. There's a lot. Oh wait, we also have Diancie. Other page. Oh, we have a lot actually. I'm just gonna set aside what isn't on this. Here. Electros. Here. Embor goes. Look at that front. Uh-oh, we have a mistake somewhere. There are two Embors, and I don't know where to put the second one, because the space in the binder is the SIR. Gonna have to figure that one out. Wow, this is a big page for it. Gotta make sure you're careful when you're putting them in. You don't want the sleeve corners to get folded. All right, a lot of progress on that page. I'm very happy with that. We're gonna have to set aside this Embor for now because it's a promo from original. I don't know. I think maybe I put the promos at the end because there's going to be so many of them and I needed space for them. So we'll see what happens. There's a lot of planning to go into this binder. No Squirmery yet. Oh, Luch. No Trick Out. Alright guys, here's the first really big hitter we have. I just got this yesterday from my friend. Rated, funnily enough, a gift that he had given me before. And he was like, I'm okay with you trading this for this, because this is going in your personal collection. So here, let me take it out and show you. Look at that, guys. Isn't that beautiful? I just adore this card. We'll get some nice like just unreal. I can't believe that this is one of the cards I have access to already. I'm actually going to be a little annoying. I'm going to put it back in because I didn't get the full screen. Awesome. You need a new sleeve. Alright, we are getting pretty close to the end. Pyro. I think these are all duplicates, right? I think the Hawlucha, I will double check. This is another SIR that I pulled in a store, luckily. It's a bit off-center though, so I'm content with it. Having an off-center card in the binder is a good compromise. Okay, we're good on this front. Okay, alright, to be complete, I had to make sure that this Lucario from Ascended actually does need to be here. This is actually Lucario also from Ascended. So this can't be here, it needs to be from Mega. I'm glad I caught that. Alright, we made so much progress today, guys. We just have a few more to do. Here's my other really, really big pickup that's going in the binder today. This gorgeous gold Mega Greninja. Part of yesterday's trade with my friend. Perfect. I could have sworn I had more for this page, but Angelette's the only one, I guess. Now that that's done, the end of the binder is going to be Spirit Link. Let's see what Spirit Links are. So amusingly enough, I have this extra Slobo Reverse Hollow Spirit Link. The one that we're using is actually a promo from Japan, so a little more rare than just a regular Reverse Hollow. But we will probably sell this and use it to buy more Spirit Links. Alright, so let me check something, because I am unsure about the rest of this binder. We have a 2-page, technically 3-page Esper. Let's see. 1, 2, 7, 9, 10, 11. 14 pages after this. Darn. So that kind of puts a stop to my plans, because the rest of this binder was going to be Goodra, the Goodra line, the Talonflame line, the Tyrantrum line, the Esper line, and then some of the starters. But I think that won't be possible with the amount of new Mega Pokemon that are going to be coming out and all the new sets. There's a lot of modern Mega Pokemon. And we are currently at the halfway point. And the last 3 pages are going to be Spirit Link. Now, I don't expect them to ever print more Spirit Links, so these 3 pages will be accounted for. But that means we have less than half the binder for all future Mega Pokemon. So I think for now, unfortunately, we cut these guys. And I think these guys are going to have their own binder. Probably a 4-pocket of some kind. So that is a little sad, but we have to stay true to our collecting goals. And I will say, I am very pleased with the progress of this binder so far. We filled out quite a bit of cards, and you know, we still need a lot of heavy hitters. We need a lot of in-betweens, but I think we can do it. I think that this has been really, really solid progress. Oh. We got you, right? Yes. I can't wait to see what this binder looks like when it's full, guys. It's going to be so cool. Alright, and the secret first page we haven't made any progress on, but we will get there. I think the hard decision is going to be, what Mega Pokemon do I get on the front of this binder? Because Elise, my roommate, who paints all the binders that we do. Here, let me grab one. Her most recent binder. Emax Sylveon. So he's going to do an illustration for me on this one, and I just haven't picked yet what it's going to be. So if you guys have any suggestions, I'd love to hear them. I think I'm leaning towards Mega Pidgeot or Mega Charizard, but I'm not sure yet. So we'll see, we'll find out eventually. I just have to go through every Mega art again and pick my favorite. But this was a really fun stream, guys. I really appreciate you hanging out with me. I had a really good time. It was cool going through all my new cards and sharing them with all of you and opening all the mail together. So I appreciate all y'all who stopped by, and I hope you enjoyed our little time together. I will do one call to action if you want a binder. just reach out to me on any social. I would love to get commissions in for Corgi and Elise, and you know, support them with a little bit of a little money and get you something special, like custom, hand painted. So yeah, that's it.